Hi, it's Lisa from Bees and Seeds. Welcome back to the channel. What if your kids could eat candy made of plums? Today we're gonna make a tangy fruit leather that kids love. The good news is it's made from plums with a little sprinkling of sugar on top to give it that sweet and sour flavor. Some of these plums. Making fruit leather is a really great way to use up loads of plums from your trees. First thing we're gonna do is wash them really well and then pit every single one and take out any bad spots if you've got any. Now I'm just gonna cook these down to soften them up. If you don't have very juicy fruit, you're gonna add water to the bottom so that they don't scorch and stick to the bottom of the pan. But these are really juicy, so I'm just gonna squish them up a little bit so that the juice can be released and give a coating on the bottom so that they don't end up burning. You can see all the juice down in the bottom of the pan. Probably simmer them 5 minutes or so. They break down really quickly. You can add spices like cinnamon, cloves, whatever you want to flavor it with. Okay, this is definitely done. I'm gonna turn it off and let it cool. Now I'm just gonna ladle this all into the blender and puree it. I have lined a baking tray with parchment paper, and then I'm going to just pour the plums onto the paper. I'm trying to spread it evenly and about the same thickness all the way across. I find that the very ends of the pans tend to have the thinnest amount, and then they're more likely to burn. Once this is all spread out, it's gonna go at your lowest setting of your oven. Mine is 170, and then I'm taking this strainer and just sprinkling a little bit of sugar on top. The plums have a tart skin, and I left the skin on, so the sugar should give it a nice contrast. I didn't have quite enough plums to do 2 whole trays, so I'm just pouring this out and shaping it into a square, trying to have a nice even thickness across, about a 1/4 inch thick at most, and then it'll be easier that way to cut into strips as opposed to if I just leave it like an amoeba shape. And then a sprinkling of sugar on this one. This will sit in the oven overnight, and then I'll check it in the morning. It's been about 12 hours, and the bottom tray is done, but the top tray is not done. So I'm just gonna pull this bottom one out. You can tell when it's done because when you touch it, it doesn't stick to your finger or make an indent where you touch it. There are some darker spots. That's where it's drying quicker. It was a little thinner right there. I like to watch to make sure it doesn't burn. We tasted that middle part later, and it doesn't taste burnt, which is nice. We're gonna cut it into strips, and this parchment paper just peels right off when you're ready to eat it. Let's see if this worked. I'm not really a big fan of tart, but there's that slightly sweet. Okay, the kids are gonna absolutely love this. They love the sour candy. And this has a tartness to it, but also has that sweet plum flavor. It's really good, actually. I just use a pair of scissors to cut it into strips and then roll it up, leaving the parchment paper on the back until you're ready to eat it. And then I just put them in a jar. This one has been in here about 15 hours, and see how it makes an impression with my finger touches it? It is not done. The edge of it is, so I cut that off, and I'm gonna pop it back in there for a little bit longer. It's finally done. It actually took 24 hours. And here's the final product, 2 jars full of fruit roll-ups. If you like videos showing ways to use the things that you grow, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.